Once in a small coastal town, there lived an old lighthouse keeper named Elias. He had dedicated his life to maintaining the lighthouse, which had stood for over a century, guiding ships safely to shore. The townsfolk admired him for his commitment, but they often whispered about his peculiar habit of collecting seashells. Elias would spend hours on the beach, searching for the most unique shells, each one carefully documented in a worn journal. He believed that every shell had a story to tell. One stormy night, while the waves crashed violently against the shore, Elias found a shell unlike any he had seen before. It was large, iridescent, and seemed to shimmer even in the dark. That night, as he sat by the lantern's flickering light, he held the shell to his ear. Instead of the usual sound of the ocean, he heard whispers, faint but clear. They spoke of adventures on distant shores, of shipwrecks and lost treasures. Intrigued, Elias began to record the tales in his journal. Over the weeks that followed, the whispers grew stronger, revealing stories of a long-lost ship that had sunk in a storm centuries ago, rumored to be carrying a treasure of gold and jewels. The townsfolk, intrigued by Elias's tales, began to help him search the waters near the lighthouse. One day, as they explored a secluded cove, they discovered the remnants of the shipwreck. Among the debris, they found a chest filled with gold coins, ornate jewelry, and artifacts that told the story of the ship's tragic fate. The town rejoiced, and Elias became a local hero, but he knew the true treasure was not the gold. It was the stories the shell had shared. From that day on, Elias continued to collect shells, but now he also shared the tales of the sea with children and adults alike, reminding them that every object has a story waiting to be told. The lighthouse stood tall, not just as a guide for ships, but as a beacon of the power of stories and the adventures that can be found in the most unexpected places. What do you think? Would you agree?